Welcome back to another Foodie Friday.
It's your favorite dynamic duo, BMARSZ
And Shanti.
and we're making something extra special today, which is instant rice cake soup. So, another H Mart find for you all.
Oh yeah, we have had so many good finds at H Mart.
It is, let me see, it's very bright.
I don't even know what brand this is. Surasang?
It's, looks like this.
This one happens to be vegan, so I was so excited. Someone told me in the comments recently that I'm annoying and I brag too much about being vegan. I just like to share vegan options with you guys. Sorry, I don't think I'm bragging.
Getting right to the Foodie Friday topic.
Well, I was just excited because this is vegan, and so that's why we...
You have the right to be excited.
Thank you.
Don't let anybody make you feel differently.
This is why we're friends. Should we do the unveil?
The unveil.
We already poured in some hot water in here, and it said to let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes, and then stir it. Ready?
I'm ready.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
Ooh, it's steaming.
It kind of smells like chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, it smells like
Very light.
or like cup noodle-ish.
Let's give you guys a little close up.
Yeah.
You can see it's like a clear broth, clear-ish, like obviously not red.
Kind of looks like
It's
miso
spicy.
broth-ish.
Yes, that's a good. It's not clear, cloudy.
Cloudy broth.
Is that a good way to describe it? I don't know.
But there's so many little rice cakes in it.
These guys are so thin.
Yeah, they are. They are like the ones that we ate in our
Rice cake soup.
rice cake soup, yeah. And we had some extra dumplings in the freezer that we decided to heat up. And over here we have some cukes, kimchi, and pickled radish. And this is
Gyoza dipping sauce. Oh yeah, I got it. From Trader Joe's.
Yep.
But they call it Trader Ming's. Is that racist? We'll never know.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Trader Jose, I'm pretty sure, is also the other one they use.
Yeah, there's Trader Jose. There's also Trader Joe San.
Is that what? So it got a Trader Ming's and a Trader Joe San.
Yeah. I've
Oh
seen that
my
one
gosh.
before. Ooh, it looks so good. There's so many rice cakes in here.
I know, I just put one.
I don't know how good you guys can see. I also don't have my contacts in. So
Let's make sure they can see that label.
all right, ready? Cheers. Beep. Mmm. Mmm.
That's nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I love it.
I feel like this is perfect. Perfect replacement for chicken noodle soup, because you all know I am not a fan
Yeah.
of chicken noodle soup, but this is like really
The broth is really flavorful.
light and not savory, but comforting. Does that make sense?
It is savory.
Is savory the right word? Whenever I think savory, I think of like jjajangmyeon, like something that's very heavy, like thick, but this has a very, I don't know how to describe it, so good.
It's very flavorful.
It's nice. It's funny, every time something's not spicy, I kind of judge it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be good enough.
I'm not gonna like that.
But this is great for any of you mild queens out there. Wow.
I would love this like when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Just want something really plain.
Like, soothing. Do people like slurping?
I think so.
Like in ASMRs, people always slurp. It's like one of those satisfying sounds.
Yeah, I think it's just giving you more of the experience so that you're eating what they're eating, you know?
I'm always nervous. Like some people, like we were talking about on Monday, how some people like burping and some don't, and how people like this or that.
Right.
I feel like anytime I slurp something, I'm like, some people are gonna like this, and some are gonna hate it.
Same thing with like loud chewing or big bites. Some people like it, some people don't. I feel like if you're watching a mukbang or like ASMR eating, like that's kind of the point, is to take the big bites, and that's like the whole experience of it, you know?
Exactly.
So maybe they just don't like eating videos as a whole.
And then some people get so mad when you chew and your mouth is open, or you chew while you're talking, but I always get confused when I do ASMR videos because I'm like, how are you going to hear the chewing if my mouth isn't a little open at some points?
I know, it's very true. It's a struggle. We try to make everyone happy here.
We're learning, gals.
By the way, if you're new here, welcome. We are
Make-
Mukbang Monday.
We post videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We mukbang, we do recipes, and we just love to chit chat with you. So if that sounds appealing, make sure you hit that little red subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of our fun content. And if you are returning, welcome back. As you know, Foodie Friday, we usually like to pick a topic from one of you all back home. So I mentioned a while ago that I was recently obsessed with the JonBenet Ramsey case, and a couple of you commented that you would like us to elaborate and talk about our thoughts and feelings on the case. And I thought it would be fun to do it today. So, if you don't know about JonBenet Ramsey, she was a little girl who was found murdered in her family's basement.
It's gonna be kind of a dark topic also.
Yeah. And if you don't know about this, it happened like a while ago, like early 90s, like when I was like born.
I think it was 96 actually.
96? So I didn't know about this because I was too young when it all went down, so I found out about it recently. And it just became so obsessed because it is still an unsolved mystery. And there's so much evidence in the house, but it was so messed with that everyone is at a loss, and I just kind of got sucked into it. So
yeah, you really wanted to like find out the root of it,
or like who actually did it, because there are just so many different theories, and they're all plausible. Like usually you can kind of rule out some craziness, but I found with JonBenet Ramsey's case, like all of these theories could work.
Right. Well, I feel like we should really start from the beginning.
Yeah. So the day after Christmas, the police were called into JonBenet Ramsey's home. The mother called the police and said that her daughter was missing, and she found a ransom note on the staircase. So the police come over, and it is a 3-page ransom note that basically says, John, which is her dad, you owe us $1,018, like it was like $118,000 if you want to see your daughter alive again. Blah blah blah.
But like the wording, we should insert a picture. The wording is like
terrible. Like they like literally, I mean, it's 3 pages long. If you're writing a ransom note and you're pressed on time, you're not going to sit down and write a 3-page ransom note. This is the first issue.
But they wrote it in the house. Like
they wrote it in the house with the Ramseys' paper and pen, and they also found a draft crumpled up. So they had time to not only write a 3-page ransom note, but like a good
draft.
a strong rough draft. Okay. So then the problem is, while the police are in there, they don't clear anybody in the house. So everyone's searching around the house for the daughter. The dad happens to find JonBenet in the basement, literally carries her body, just ruining the crime scene. I find this really strange that you would touch your daughter when she's dead. And I don't know, if I saw any family member like that, I don't think I could even touch them like that.
Really?
And let alone, like at this day and age, if somebody was murdered, you don't touch it. You don't touch anything because everything is evidence. Everything has DNA on it.
I feel like that's kind of a natural response though for a dad.
Really? I don't know.
I mean, he did like totally destroy evidence and like totally ruin the crime scene for like anybody to like further investigate it. But I feel like that is kind of a natural reaction, like to like go to her right away
and back her up. But anyway, so he ruined a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
They immediately tried to figure out, who did this, whatever. But then there was a bunch of weird evidence around the house that was collected later that kind of pins it on somebody in the Ramsey family because, it was snowing outside. So they said that somebody had to break in to steal JonBenet. Then they would write a ransom note, leave it on the staircase, but then take her downstairs and murder her, and then leave. That doesn't really make sense because why would you kill the daughter if the whole point was to get the money? Or if you're going to, you do it off the premises because you're trying to get the money anyway, so you can like send pictures to them and be like, we got your daughter. But like, why would you just write a 3-page ransom note, take the daughter downstairs and kill her, or take her downstairs and then come up and write a 3-page ransom note? Like, that's not how it works typically. Just like writing a 3-page ransom note is not typically what you would do. You'd be like, hey, money, now, this, but like you're trying to get out of the house. There was snow outside and they didn't find any footprints.
Really?
And the only place that they said there was a point of entry was a basement window downstairs that was like pretty hard to get in and out of as a grown man, which is what they would assume who would do this to JonBenet.
Yeah.
So that was pretty weird. The first theory is that her little brother did it. Or, I mean, her older brother did it, sorry. He was still young at the time. He was like 9, I think. So, sorry, if you want to interject at any point, let me know if I'm taking over the story too much. It's just very fresh.
This is all you.
So they found fresh pineapple in JonBenet Ramsey's stomach. And on the counter, there was pineapple that I think it's Burke was eating.
Her brother.
Her brother. So the first theory is Burke was eating some pineapple. JonBenet went and stole a piece. There's a giant metal flashlight sitting on the counter. He grabs it, runs and chases her while he's angry, and hits her on the head. Kills her. It's like one of those heavy metal flashlights.
But like accidentally.
Have you ever like thrown something at your brother or sister, like out of anger, but he didn't know he could kill her? The parents find JonBenet dead, bring her downstairs, set up a murder scene,
Literally cover the whole thing up.
Tell the boy to go upstairs and go to bed. Because the boy to this day does not think he did it or has no recollection of the night. He's like, I just remember going to bed and waking up and she was dead.
If you watch interview clips of the brother, something's a little off.
He's not all there,
He's
for
not,
sure.
Yeah.
Something's weird. So, after examining JonBenet's body, she was choked and there was like taser marks on her body. But the reason she actually died is from a blunt force trauma in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And if you look at the indent on her skull, it looks like a rectangle. And I saw like some news station ask a 9-year-old boy to hit a recreated human skull with a flashlight, and it was the same exact indent.
Yeah, insane.
Insane. Because so many people are like, oh, the Burke couldn't have done it because he was just a little boy. But it's not that hard if you're, you know, full force hitting something.
Could he be able to pick it up though? Like,
Yeah.
If he could hold it?
Like they had a bunch of 9-year-old boys
Really?
do it.
Well, I think her cause of death, I read the whole autopsy report. It's
Really?
It was blunt force trauma to the head and strangulation was the like 2 main causes of death.
But the reason I think the family set it up after she was already dead from the blunt force is because when they found kids, stop wrestling every time we mukbang.
God. They're trying to get our attention so we feed them and they're just going absolutely crazy.
They just knocked over my lamp. Lamp
Sorry
still
about
works.
that. Our cats, it's feeding time, so they're going crazy.
Okay, so the second theory is the father. They say this because
Well, yeah.
JonBenet Ramsey, when they did her autopsy, her vagina was pretty messed up.
Like had vaginal bleeding, like vaginal tears.
Like ripped up. And it was found in her medical records that by the time that she was 6 years old, she had like 30 yeast infections, which is unheard of. So another theory is the dad or somebody had been molesting JonBenet Ramsey. The mom walked in on like the dad, and either A, he was molesting her, accidentally killed her, set the whole thing up, or B, he was molesting her, the mom found out. This is the mom theory, sorry, the mom walked in on him like raping, sexually molesting JonBenet Ramsey, went to go hit him on the head with the flashlight, ended up hitting JonBenet on accident, and now the dad's like, well, you just killed our daughter, so we have to like set this whole thing up. Like, yes, I was raping her, but you just killed her.
So he had that like on her.
Yeah, so that's why she helped him like plan the whole kidnapping story, because if you look at the handwriting and you match her handwriting to the note, their handwriting is very similar. Like specialists were like saying it was close to a match, but back in the day when this happened, they didn't have the technology we did today. So yeah,
That's the mom theory.
those are 2 theories: mom or dad sexually molesting her.
Yeah.
And if you go into it, there are like deeper theories about like, you know, it's the Santa Claus at their Christmas party doing it,
Yeah.
or she was a part of pageants, like a pageant person actually sneaking and doing it.
And then also there was a false claim, like someone
Pretended.
in like Thailand or something, right?
Yeah.
Said that he was the,
Person who did it.
yeah, but then that was like not true. He was just like,
Literally crazy.
yeah.
It's just so sad. And the mom died, I think in 2006 or something, like from ovarian cancer.
Yeah,
So we'll just like never know from her.
I know. I don't know, there's so many more like layers and stuff to it, but this bang's probably gonna be real long. We can get into it more if you guys
Really want. I think
maybe do a part 2.
that it was an inside job for sure. I think honestly it was the brother.
Yeah.
I think it was an accident. I think that they covered it up because they didn't want to lose both of their children. Because that kid, like, I don't know, maybe go to juvie, maybe would be taken away for being a psycho. Because they also found traces of feces in JonBenet's room, and they were Burke's.
Oh, yeah.
And that shows signs of, like, being a psychopath, isn't it? When you, like, smear your poop.
I don't know about psychopath, but I know it's a sign of, like I know autistic kids do that. Wait, I thought it was hers.
No, it was his.
Oh, and she wet the bed also.
She wet the bed that night. That was another thing. Apparently, she had a really bad problem with wetting the bed, which might be because of all of her yeast infections, or because she was so
stressed
out because she was either getting sexually molested or being forced to do beauty pageants.
Did we ever say in the beginning that she was a beauty pageant queen star?
I don't know.
She was a beauty pageant star.
Yeah. So the whole thing is weird, and it's hard because the Ramseys are a very, very rich family. So honestly, you know that they had connections in the police station, and you know they could pay off anyone or anything to cover up their story.
Yeah, but they were ruled not guilty. Like the whole family was cleared.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was the brother, and I think that they hid it well enough and then knew that her body was down there, and when the police started searching around the house, the dad ran downstairs because he already knew like where the body was, and just like, I found her.
Really? You think they were like, oh crap, like they're gonna find it?
Mm-hmm. And that's why he went downstairs, because why would you start in the basement? And they were like, the police, I think, said something, we're gonna start top to bottom, and then the dad was like, I'll go to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Like something weird like that had happened.
I wish that like,
and like the Burke, I think it's Burke, was so young. If you hit your sister, like, and you're not sure oh my god, sorry, this is the last thing I'm going to say about Burke.
Excuse me.
Another reason I think he did it is they were saying, along with her autopsy, that she had two marks that they were saying was from like a taser, but they were saying those are not taser marks, like some of the reports, because a taser at that size would have just killed her before anything else. Like they couldn't have tased her and then strangled her, like she would have been dead.
Really?
From that, but from the autopsy they could tell it was from the blunt trauma. But they found downstairs in that basement a train track set of Burke's, and the two holes match perfectly with one of like the train track, like, you know, you put the train track together.
Yeah.
It matches perfectly with one of the train track sets. So I think he hit her and then checked to see if like she was still alive by like poking her.
Really?
And it was like, Mom, Dad, like, look what I did. And they're like, go to your room. So he has like no idea that he killed his sister. And so he maybe truly does not think he did it because the parents hid it up from him.
Right.
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I'm sad the mom died because I feel like the dad will never say. And I think this is just one of those cases that unfortunately will just go unsolved forever.
What if it really is like Santa Claus or an outsider?
This sucks for the family because everyone thinks they did it.
Yeah.
Who do you think did it?
I kind of feel like the dad maybe, or I don't know. I do feel like the whole family was involved.
In some way.
Yeah, the footprints thing is really weird. Unless it was, oh wait, they had just had a Christmas party the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say that?
Oh yeah, no. They were having, so apparently before this happened, there had been over 2,000 people in and out of the house.
Yeah, because they were having, oh my god, I just got soup in my eye.
Are you okay?
Literally like, oop, straight into the eyeball. Yeah, it's okay.
So apparently that's kind of a point for the Ramsey family, because then a lot of people could like see the outline of their house, not the outline, the layout of their house.
Layout, yeah.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you know about the case? Comment down below if you have any other theories, or if you agree with us, or if you found any other interesting articles, because I was like
searching the internet.
I think I've watched every video on YouTube about JonBenet Ramsey. I am not even kidding. I felt like I was a detective.
The worst part to me is if they had killed her accidentally and then they did all that stuff to her to try and cover it up.
Yeah.
Like, that's messed up.
Like, you gagged, like, the device they used to gag her was, like, so
a crayon,
messed up.
wasn't it? It was like,
it was a broken paintbrush.
A broken paintbrush.
And, like, you tied her up. You did all these things to, like, cover up your mistake. Like,
yeah, like, that part freaks me out the most. But anyways, if you guys want us to do more conspiracy theory type videos, let us know in the comments down below. And let us know what you guys think about
the
this
JonBenet
whole
Ramsey case. It's deep. And if I started you on a deep dive, I'm so sorry.
You're gonna be just like Brittany this last month.
Yeah, and if you like the conspiracy videos, give this one a thumbs up so we know to keep making them.
And make sure you leave your topics for the next Foodie Friday in the comments down below.
And you'll be featured. You have to follow us on Instagram and put your Instagram to be featured.
Yep. All right, and that's basically it.
Yep.
We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Mukbang Monday out.